You meet the most interesting people. Sun Lake's founder, Helen Horry, celebrated her 100th birthday on November 17, 2021. Friends and neighbors surprised the centenarian by stopping by to deliver cards, flowers, and gifts, along with a drive-by golf cart parade as part of her 100th birthday celebration. Later that day, Helen, along with her son Randy, and good friends celebrated with dinner at Copley's in Palm Springs as they watched the sunset over the mountains and 100 years of a very extraordinary and interesting life. To say that this remarkable woman has had an interesting life is an understatement. Born at home on Vermont Avenue in Los Angeles on November 17, 1921, Helen was the second of 7 children born to Sumiya and Senkichi Shikami. She grew up in Santa Monica and graduated from Santa Monica High School in 1939 and received a liberal arts degree from Santa Monica Junior College. Horry met her husband Michael at a dance in Santa Monica, and the two were married on March 3, 1942. At a family celebration held in August to celebrate Helen's coming 100th birthday, her son Randy posed this question: "What world event most impacted you?" Helen's response was being incarcerated during World War II. Japanese Americans were sent to internment camps located in 6 states. Helen and her husband were sent to Manzanar in 1942, which is located on Highway 395 in Inyo County, California. The newlyweds were given 3 days' notice of their impending internment and could only take what they could carry with them. Upon their arrival, they were assigned to an Army-style barracks building they shared with 2 other married couples. They were given straw to use for a mattress. There were communal bathrooms, and the poor quality of food in the mess hall led to dysentery for many of those forcibly incarcerated during this dark period in American history. More than 10,000 Japanese internees were detained at Manzanar. Helen, who can always find a blessing in everything, remembers the incredible beauty of the night sky at Manzanar and Mount Williamson, the second highest mountain in the Sierra Nevada range and in the state of California. A gifted artist, Helen made pencil and paper sketchings of these magnificent mountains created by glaciers millions of years ago. Another blessing came in the form of their son Randy, who was born on May 14, 1943, while the couple were confined at Manzanar. The internees were able to leave the relocation center if they had somewhere they could go other than the west coast of the United States. The Horry family was able to leave Manzanar in 1945 to live in Chicago with a brother-in-law and his wife. The young family lost everything they had in California and started their lives over again in Chicago. Helen's first paying job was as the secretary to the assistant director of the Art Institute of Chicago. She also worked for the Council on Foreign Relations, where she spoke with Anwar Sadat, the former president of Egypt, and met other political and diplomatic leaders such as Adlai Stevenson and the Prime Minister of Pakistan. During her remarkable life, Helen was also a radio personality and an expert on Japanese music, flower arranging, and Japanese cooking on the long-running Studs Terkel radio show in Chicago. In 2012, at age 91, Horry became an author when she compiled a book of letters written by her parents from 1908 until 1919 and wrote the introduction and final thoughts for the book titled Yours Very Sincerely. In addition to all of her many accomplishments, Helen is also a highly talented watercolor artist and has won many awards for her beautiful paintings. After many years in Glenville, Illinois, the family returned to California and settled in West Lake Village, a suburb of Los Angeles. In 1987, Helen and her late husband Michael purchased their home in Sun Lakes and became founders in the new community. Michael was an avid golfer, and Sun Lakes, with its beautiful golf courses, was the perfect location for them to settle. Helen also became enchanted with the game and was an officer in the Women's Golf Club when the club was first formed. Throughout her years in Sun Lakes, Helen has been a member of the Sun Lakes Art League and has also enjoyed playing cards, bunco, bocce, and the many friendships she has made. In addition to her son, who is also a Sun Lakes resident, Helen has 3 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren. Helen Horry, at 100 years of age, is still mentally sharp, immensely interesting to talk with, and a delightfully remarkable woman who has always been a positive influence for her family and as a founding member of the Sun Lakes community. Anita Lawrence reporting for Good Day Sun Lakes.
Watch for more You Meet the Most Interesting People features in the Sun Lakes Life newspaper. You will also find stories on what is happening in Sun Lakes, reviews on events, and features on what the many clubs and groups in Sun Lakes have planned. Read it today.